Good morning and greetings to you all from the IUCN Asia Regional Office here in Bangkok, Thailand. I'm very honored to join you, even if virtually, for this first meeting of the Global Gibbons Network partners. This meeting is timely, considering the adoption of the Global Biodiversity Framework just months ago. We congratulate the Chinese presidency, the Canadian host, and the CBD Secretariat for their efforts. At the same time, IUCN is now working with parties and stakeholders in enabling and guiding countries for implementation of GBF goals and targets. Target 4 on halting the extinction of threatened species and for the recovery and conservation of species is particularly relevant for the work of organizations joining this event today. The GBF does remind all of us that we should frame our actions across the interrelated levels of biodiversity, ecosystems, species, and genetic diversity. We at IUCN are now engaged in mobilizing various stakeholders, government agencies, NGOs, and private sector towards attaining the Target 3 of GBF, aiming to ensure that at least 30% of terrestrial and inland waters, marine and coastal areas are effectively conserved and managed. I encourage that we look at specific targets, but also the synergies between them, such as targets 3 and 4. Through the IUCN hosted Asia Protected Areas Partnership, or APAP, this month we would have conducted our fifth country dialogue on 30 by 30. Species is intrinsically linked to these discussions. The Global Gibbons Network, GGN, is central to these worldwide efforts by establishing a strong partnership foundation to safeguard and conserve a key element of Asia's unique natural heritage, the singing gibbons and their habitats. I am pleased to note that we have our other IUCN constituents from the Secretariat, members, and commissions also contributing their expertise to this meeting. Allow me to acknowledge some of the prior and ongoing IUCN initiatives for gibbons conservation. Example, as part of the IUCN Save Our Species initiative, SOS Gibbons catalyzes action for some of the most threatened gibbon species, mainly through the provision of grants to civil society organizations working on the front line of conservation across the region. SOS Gibbons has also supported two local organizations to lead a process resulting in a national level action plan to guide gibbon conservation in Indonesia and Malaysia. You will hear about the outcomes of this work in a session tomorrow morning with presentations from Yayasan Suara Owa and the Malaysian Primatological Society. Importantly, a conservation action plan for the cowbit gibbon was also developed for a transboundary population that exists in northern Vietnam and southern China. Now, this is an exemplary demonstration of how countries can collaborate with partners to develop a framework for action towards a common goal. The SOS Gibbons team successfully hosted a regional workshop in Bangkok last May, and many of you were also at that event. The common lesson learned, if you would recall, is the need to be adaptable to changing context and to utilize emerging technologies to solve conservation problems. Another important IUCN initiative is also the long-standing Gibbons and People in Harmony project, advancing conservation of a core population of the southern white-chicked gibbon in a national protected area in central Lao PDR. Most recently, the project has resulted in an updated 5-year management plan and established a joint patrolling program involving almost 100 people from local communities living around the protected area. IUCN also plays a central role in the investments by the Critical Ecosystem Partnership Fund, CEPF, in the Indo-Burma Biodiversity Hotspot. A total of 14 projects have been supported, focusing on 7 gibbon species. And this includes a current project strengthening co-management to support the cowbit gibbon conservation in a key biodiversity area in southern China. Still, we all recognize much more needs to be done to protect gibbons and many other threatened species. We need to stop and reverse these losses in populations and habitats. We at IUCN Asia stand ready to be part of this goal by harnessing our union's expertise, knowledge, and other resources. Finally, on a more personal note, I would have really wanted to be with you today in Hainan, as I had expressed to our former IUCN President Zhang when I joined IUCN about 2 years ago. I spent part of my professional life in Hainan, in Haikou, and around the island. I would really like to see IUCN's work in Hainan, southern China, and the whole country to grow and also to strengthen in partnership with all of you. So I look forward to the day when I come to Haikou and meet with you all personally. Thank you, congratulations, and have a productive discussion.